Hi guys, my name is Bridget Tracy and I'm going to be the instructor for this historical geology class this spring. And since I'm not getting to meet you in person, I wanted to make a short introductory video. So it'll just be a couple minutes, tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about the class. So as I already said, my name is Bridget. I'm a Northern California native. I grew up north of the northern part of the Bay Area. And then I went to college at UC Berkeley and I originally studied forestry and natural resources. So I did take some kind of introductory geology and earth science classes there, but that wasn't kind of my original background. Then I worked for the Forest Service for a few years and I went back to graduate school at UC Davis and I studied hydrologic sciences, which again is not geology. Hydrologic sciences is the study of water and water systems. But there is a lot of connection between the movement of water and the movement of sediments and the formation of geologic systems over time. And so I took a lot more geology classes and graduate level geology classes while I was a student there. And so when I came to work at Feather River College 8 years ago, I started teaching some of the geology classes here. And so I just do kind of want to give a disclaimer up front that I'm like not a professional geologist, but I have learned a lot about geology and I've learned a lot about geology in the region here around Quincy through the process of teaching these courses and then of course through my past education. And so I'm excited to kind of share that information with you guys through this class. So this class is a historical geology class, which is basically learning about the history of the earth. And so we're going to kind of think about how the earth formed all the way from the beginning up until the present. And we're going to think about how the landforms have changed and how life has evolved and how life has changed and the interactions between landforms and living organisms. And so we're going to kind of think back through geologic time and cover all these different kinds of transformations. But in order to really understand those processes, we're going to go back and kind of review in the first part of the class some of the basics of geology and biology. And so the first few chapters of the textbook are just kind of understanding rocks and minerals, understanding plate tectonics, understanding the way that we kind of date things in the past. So using different kinds of stratigraphy and radiometric dating techniques, and then thinking about evolution and fossils and how fossil preservation and correlation can help us understand information about the past. Because this is a science class where we're using empirical information or observable information to make interpretations about the past. When we're learning about the history of the earth, we need to be able to tie our assumptions and our understanding of what happened in the past to these different kinds of pieces of evidence that we can look at in the history of the earth. And so that's kind of what we're going to be doing in the first half of the class. Reviewing these kind of different techniques in our understanding of geology and evolution is going to then help inform us as we, in the second half of the class, kind of go through and learn about the history of the earth. So anyway, I look forward to getting to know you guys a little bit, even in this online format, and I hope that you enjoy the class. All right, take care.